Today I'm joined by Xavier Bermudez.
Hey guys, what's up?
Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, appreciate it. And this is one I've been wanting to have for a while because you are on a tear. You're 4-0 in MMA.
Sir.
You are 6-0 in kickboxing, and you're preparing for your second amateur championship title.
Sir.
145 pounds, and you're fighting for the Cage Fighting Championships on August 22nd. So coming up, you're fighting the tough guy, Denis Chernyavskiy,
Yeah,
and
something like that.
he's got a couple amateur titles too. So how do you feel about this fight going in?
I'm excited, man. Every time I ask my coach for the opponent, I'm looking for the best. I want to prove to myself as well as my coaches, the people that believe in me, that I'm willing and I'm able to fight the best. And no better than fighting the #1 ranked guy in Alabama, man. He's coming off a 5-win streak, so a lot of momentum behind him. He's a great guy. He works extremely hard. I follow him, so I keep up with him. And he's training very hard, man. He's very dedicated to this craft, and I am as well. So I'm ready to see, whose craft can display itself that night.
Yeah, I love it. And we've seen you working hard here in the gym, so you train at Modern Warrior. Who's your head coach for this fight?
So my coach is Keith Richardson. Shout out Keith Richardson. He's been with me since the beginning. He's helped me through all my stuff. He's been a mentor, a big brother, a great coach. I started training in Oklahoma, and coming over here, I was very raw, just beginning, didn't really know the foundations. I was just fighting because that's all I knew. I just wanted to fight, and coming here, I actually learned how to fight and learned the skills and development and the mental that goes behind it. So definitely honored to be a part of Modern Warrior.
Yeah, great gym, especially for getting fighters ready for a high level of MMA. So who are your primary training partners for this fight camp?
Primary training partners is going to be Brandon, D. Reddick. It's a Fight for a Champ as well as 3-0 pro. We got Brandon, one of the best amateurs at 170 in North Carolina and the United States, really, to be honest. We got T-Flex, great. He matches a lot of my opponent and what he has to offer, so just great working with him. We had somebody come 2 hours. If I'm gonna butcher his name, it's like Majid or Majad.
Oh, Majid, yeah.
Majid, he's the 3-time Gamma World Champion. Very skilled fighter. He's undefeated as a pro. Same thing, matching my opponent well and just helping him give you good looks.
Yeah, those are great looks. And like you said, top guys at the weight classes right around you, heavier weight classes, so great looks for you.
Sir. Yeah, we're fighting with the big dogs, man. We're trying to get ready. I know if I can grapple these rounds consistently with these bigger guys, man, there's no way I can't compete at that level at 145.
Yeah, and you mentioned that you actually follow your opponent online. So how do you see this fight going?
I never promise a win. I don't ever tell, because my goal is not to win. My goal is to become a better person. I don't fight to win or for the glory on it and stuff. I fight to, it saved me. Fighting helped me be a better man and a better person to the people around me as well as to myself. And I'm fighting for the younger self, the younger kid that wanted an opportunity. I wanted to create something out of this. So I'm just fighting, and whatever the cards play out, that's what it is. But all I know is I'm going to give my life, and I'm willing to leave a limb out there. So
I love it.
I'm going to give my heart out.
Love it. So what does a fight like this mean at this point in your career for you?
It's everything, man. Obviously, I'm trying to keep it normal, playful, making sure that I'm not taking it too serious, not taking myself too serious. I think that a big thing that I learned is a belt doesn't bring happiness. The belt is a piece of plastic, or a piece of gold if you're in the UFC. So the belt isn't the objective. It's more or less just proving that I can be better and I can work hard and push myself to a new level. So I'm looking towards that.
And you talk about the challenges. You've only taken challenges in your career every step of the way. So this is another a big challenge, a guy that's got experience similar to yours, amateur championships similar to yours. So what is it that you look for in a matchup when you're selecting your fight?
I'm looking for the best, man. I'm looking for the best. I want to prove myself. And I think the only way by proving yourself is by fighting the best. I'm not in the business of avoiding anybody, man. You're AB. Anybody can get it. Mexican, dark skin, white skin, anybody can get it. So anybody can get it, man. I'm looking towards a challenge, and I'm just ready to leave it all out there, man. I'm super excited for this.
Love it. And you talked about the high-level guys you train with. So who's your favorite person to spar?
My favorite person to spar. I know my least favorite. It's that man right behind you, Keith Richardson. That guy's awful. I don't like sparring him at all. So we love him, but we don't like sparring him. It sucks, to say the least. D. Reddick is a sucky round. I'm going to name all the guys that it sucks to spar with. None of these guys are fun to spar with. So D. Reddick sucks to spar with. Brandon sucks to spar with. Colin Baker sucks to spar with. All these guys are super high level. So every single day it's a war, man. I never get easy rounds in here. It's always a challenge. So
yeah, and so do you spar hard or spar light in camp?
I spar hard, bro. I'm not even going to lie, bro. I like pushing myself. I probably shouldn't spar hard as often, but I don't know, bro. It's something like if I wasn't fighting, I would be doing this regardless. It's something I really love, and this is a passion of mine. I always knew as a kid, if I can just get to the gym, I can whether my life was in the dumps, where life was going hard, whether it was a heartbreak, whether it was a rough day, whether it was things with my parents, I always knew if I could find myself in the gym, I can be a little bit better. So I come in here and I give 100%, man.
Love it.
Yes, sir.
That's a great segue. So we'll come back to like weight cut and stuff, but so why did you start? If you had to go back to day one, what was it that first brought you into a martial arts gym? Why did you start martial arts?
So I was gonna play basketball. I was supposed to go to Eastern University for a basketball scholarship. Things happened in my life that I wasn't able to. And then there was a situation where my mom was hit, and I just felt like I couldn't defend her, and I wanted to be able to defend her. And when I realized I wasn't able to, I wanted to find a gym, and I wanted to do something that I could never feel helpless again. And through mixed martial arts, I've been able to show myself and prove to myself that I can do more and that I'm capable of anything if I put myself in, put the work in.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
So when did you first start thinking about fighting?
So that day, my mom, she was hit, and I never wanted to feel that way again. I never wanted to be vulnerable. I wanted to always protect the women in my life, the people that mean the world to me. I wanted to be able to protect them. And from that day on, the following day, I looked up how to be a fighter, and the first thing that came up was Conor McGregor. And this is when Conor McGregor was on a run. So Conor McGregor was talking his trash, was talking his thing, and it spoke life into me, man. Like seeing him and Conor McGregor looks just like us, right? And regular guy, and seeing him be so confident, be so agile, be so smart, be so willing to go out there and risk it all, motivated me just to be a better person and go for it, you know. And if it's him, why not me, you know? So that's kind of how I approached it going into it.
When did you take your first fight?
I took my first fight. I've been training for 3 years now. I've been training for 3.5 years. I never wrestled or anything like that. I never wrestled. I never competed in combat martial arts. I took my first fight a month into training, a month and a half. So I remember Kendrick Coleman in Oklahoma. I texted him. I was like, "Hey, coach, I had met a kid. He was making his debut, and I wanted to go support him, and like as a fan. And I was like, hey, do you mind if I come out to support him? Like, where do I get tickets? I didn't really know because I've never seen an event. I don't know how they work. And he was like, show up. I have a fight for you. And I was like, a fight?
Wow.
I've been training for a month. And needless to say, me being dumb, me being courageous, I stepped out there. I ended up going my way, thank God. And from that day on, I just kept fighting, man.
Wow.
A month later, I got my second fight in. 3 months later, I flew out to New York and I fought again. So, and ever since then, I've just been chipping away.
Yeah, 3.5 years. That's wild. Again, I mean, 4-0 MMA, 6-0 in kickboxing, on the precipice of a second championship. So, I mean, 3.5 years, some people train 3.5 years before the first fight. How do you know, like, at this point, when it's the right time to go pro?
That's a difficult question. I think it's different for everybody. I trust my coaches. I trust my my management team, and they've told me to wait. And a lot of people tell me you should just go pro. You should go pro. But none of these people are with me on a consistent basis as Keith is. Keith dedicates his life to me. He dedicates his time, his money, his love, his patience. I'm a tough guy to deal with. I'm a character. I'm a wild man sometimes. And Keith has always showed up. So anything he ever says, whenever he's ready, I'll be ready.
And he's had quite a career, so not a bad guy to follow in his footsteps.
Exactly. Keith is one of the legends in Rock Hill, let alone the United States. As well as besides fighting, he's a great man. He served for the Marines.
Absolutely.
He sacrificed his life on a day-and-day basis while all of us are eating cake and eating crumble. He was out there fighting wars that none of us can describe. So
no, great coach, great guy to have in your corner. So who else will you have in your corner for this fight? I'm
going to have Brandon Lantos, Duke, as well as Keith Richardson. And then I'm going to have my family out there. I'm going to have my brother, Isaiah. I'm going to have my homegirl right here, Lily's. I'm going to have my whole family out there, man. I'm just have everyone out there supporting, man. I'm super excited.
Love it. Love it.
Sure.
So what's the first thing you eat after weigh-ins?
Oh, first thing I eat after weigh-ins or after the fight?
After weigh-ins.
After weigh-ins. All right, so I got to eat clean. First thing I'm going to eat is I'm going to have 3 rice cakes. One of them is going to have Nutella. One of them is going to have peanut butter. The other one's going to have almond butter.
Okay.
And we're going to put a little bit of banana on that thing, a little cinnamon, a little bit of strawberry, and then we're going to drizzle a whole lot of honey. And then we'll slowly start implementing like rice and chicken, all that boring stuff. But let's talk about after the fight.
Yeah, well, what about right after the fight?
After the fight, we're going Crumble for sure. Shout out Crumble. They need to sponsor me. Yep. You know Zombies? Have you ever tried Zombies?
No.
Zombies Pizza, massive, bro.
Okay.
I'm going there for sure. And then we're going anywhere that's fat. I don't know. Cookout, Taco Bell, count me in, bro.
Cool. Love it. Love it. All right, so what's your goal as a prize fighter?
My goal as a prize fighter is... I don't have a goal as a prize fighter. I think my goal as a fighter is to spread my faith. I think that I've been given a gift. Being in 3 years in training, a lot of guys don't even have their first fight until like 3 years in training. And I think God has gifted me the ability to do this at a high level. And I just want to spread the message, and I want to spread what he's done for me and what he's done for others, and that's my main goal in life. So
Great.
Sure.
So same goal to as a martial artist. Do you feel it?
I don't have any goal. I don't have any objective of wanting to be in the UFC or wanting to be. Of course, I work hard for that, and if that I hope that comes. But my main goal is to be a good person and to become better than I was. I was a very troubled kid, chaotic kid, starting a lot of trouble. I was at war with the world, and I just want to be a better man, and that's my main goal.
Love it. Martial arts is a great avenue for that.
sir, yes,
So
sir.
love it. Awesome. So how can people support you? August 22nd. That's your next fight. Your second amateur championship
Yes,
title,
sir.
145 pounds. How can people support you, follow your career, and support you for this fight specifically?
Yeah, man. Definitely, guys, come check it out. It's in Greenville, South Carolina.
Show
I'm gonna
up.
fight my heart out. I never promised a win to anybody. I promise though that I will leave anything out there. I will bleed. I will break a limb. I will leave a limb out there. I will. I really willing to give my life out there as well as I'm willing to take a life. So just come on and support, and I promise I'm gonna give my 100% out there.
Awesome. How do you
Sick.
see this fight going, real quick?
I see this fight going. Let's let it be a war, man. Let's see who wins in deep water. I want it to go 5 rounds, and we'll find out who wins in the deep water.
Love it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Let's go. Thank you. Bye.